This video is brought to you by hoodbeast.com. Design your own custom hoodies. hoodbeast.com. We are beast.
Yo, what's up guys, it's me Lee, and welcome to day 59 of the 2017-2018 NBA season. You guys already know that we got a few things to talk about today, so let's not waste any time, let's get right into it. Lego. With all the mayhem surrounding the Celtics and how good they have been, the Cavs starting off the season extremely slow and now being better, the Pacers in their early success, and the Thunder in their early struggles, one team that has kind of been flying under the radar so far has been the Minnesota Timberwolves. Not a lot of people talking about the Minnesota Timberwolves. They were one of the more hype / interesting teams to look out for headed into the season. After they made additions to the team like Jimmy Butler, Jeff Teague, Taj Gibson, just a bunch of veteran guys, they became the Minnesota Timberwolves. Most people expected them before the season began to finish around the 5th seed out west, right behind Golden State, Houston, OKC, and San Antonio. And right now, it's looking like that's going to be the case, except for maybe the behind OKC part. They're currently 4th in the Western Conference with a record of 17-12. And this whole Wolves team, it's been an interesting year for them so far, and once again, for the most part, I think this is kind of what we expected to see from them. We knew the additions of Jimmy Butler, Jeff Teague, and all the other veteran players would for sure get them into the playoffs when combined with Towns and Wiggins, but the fact that Towns and Wiggins are both still so young, we knew they still wouldn't be a finished product. That's exactly been the case so far. Minnesota still doesn't completely have things figured out, and that's what I want to talk about real quick because I think they might be starting to. Here's what I mean. Jimmy Butler is a fantastic player, but he can't be the guy for the Wolves. The guy, both on offense and defense for this Wolves team, has to be Karl Anthony Towns. Towns is the reason that the Wolves went out and traded for Jimmy Butler in the first place and signed Jeff Teague and made the moves that they made this summer, because Towns can be the type of guy that you can build a championship contender around. And so far this season, it seems like Towns hasn't realized that yet. It just seems as if he wanted Jimmy Butler to come in and be the guy. Butler is the veteran, the more experienced player, while Towns, on the other hand, is only in his 3rd year and hasn't been able to even make an all-star team yet, which has been the reason for a lot of these Minnesota losses that they have suffered so far this year. You guys know this. After every single game the Wolves play, I talk about how Jimmy Butler is the one on the guys about talking about competing and playing defense, how Butler hasn't said any names yet, but we all know that he is talking about Wiggins and even more so Karl Anthony Towns when he goes on those rants. It's like Towns has the ability and the skill set to completely dominate games on both ends of the floor. There aren't many games that he should play in where he doesn't play like he is the best player on the court, and I think that is what Jimmy Butler has been trying to push Towns towards this year. He's been trying to bring all of that potential, get Karl Anthony Towns to realize just how great and how dominant he can be on the court, because Towns is the key. If this Wolves team ever wants to seriously be able to compete for a championship, they need Towns to be that guy. And that's why I have some good news about this too. In their last game, after they lost in overtime to the Sixers and Jimmy Butler scored like 38 points and Towns didn't have a bad game at all, struggled with the shot a bit, but still, he didn't have a bad game. He was upset with himself after the game for not doing enough to help Jimmy Butler get the win. And I said it's a good sign because it means that he knows that he has to do more. And yesterday, when the Wolves got one of their most dominating wins of the season so far, 119-96 over the Kings, and Towns led the way, 30 points, 14 rebounds, 5 assists, and 5 blocks. This is what he had to say after the game. I came to be an assassin tonight, not a basketball player. I wanted to try and be as active as possible and just disrupt the game as much as possible as well. That's the mindset right there that Karl Anthony Towns has to have every single freaking night. I'm about to put it as bluntly as I possibly can right now. Karl Anthony Towns, you are too great of a player and too great of a talent to be putting up the 20 points and 11 rebounds that you've been putting up so far this season. I don't care if you're just trying to fit in with Jimmy Butler and all the new players that were added to this team. You are the guy on the Minnesota Timberwolves. You have to be the guy. You are the team. You are the organization. You are the hope of every single Minnesota fan out there that their team will one day be able to compete for a championship. You gotta step on the court every night and play with the spirit, the hustle, the assertiveness that you brought out to the game last night. Be the assassin, if that's what you want to call it, and not the basketball player. This site right here, this one little site right here had people losing their minds last night after the Cavs beat the Lakers 121-112 last night in the first ever matchup between LeBron James, who had his fourth triple-double with 25 points, 12 rebounds, and 12 assists, and Lonzo Ball, who had a near triple-double of 13 points, 11 assists, and 8 rebounds. LeBron approached Lonzo, said some things under his jersey, and after that, you guys already know what rumors started popping up. LeBron James to LA confirmed. Granted, there were also some pretty funny memes that came out of this too, but for the most part, the media and some fans just assumed that LeBron James was talking to Lonzo Ball about going to LA. LeBron James talking to Lonzo Ball after the game means he's going to LA. And after the game, LeBron was asked about all the buzz surrounding him and the Lakers, and this is what he had to say.
Did it kick out of seeing the reaction to that kind of stuff?
I don't see the reaction because I don't get involved in it. I don't do it to get a reaction. I do it because he's said over and over since he was growing up and who he modeled his game after, and who was his favorite player, and it was me, and I was humbled by that. So me wishing him a happy birthday was kind of the salute back to him. I see all the the stupid noise that happens, and I can't buy a place in LA. I can't live in LA. It's funny noise, and, but I don't get involved in it because when I post things, I don't look at comments. I'm so far removed of the white noise and the noise that doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
Were you mentoring him or giving him any advice?
None of y'all business.
Thanks, LeBron. Thanks, everybody.
None of y'all business.
Any opportunity the mainstream media gets to put LeBron James and Lonzo Ball in the same sentence, in the same title, they're going to put LeBron James, Lonzo Ball, and the Los Angeles Lakers in the same title. They're gonna jump at it. But wait, haven't I done that before too? But I didn't do it for the same reason. Dang, I guess I'm kind of guilty of this too. So the only option is to not put LeBron James or Lonzo Ball in this title whatsoever. I'm not even gonna put the Lakers. I don't know how I'm gonna talk about this without putting in the title, but I'm gonna have to get creative with this title. Be the change you want to see in the world, they say. Anyways, I'm not even gonna talk about this. It's ridiculous. All I'm gonna say is it's time to put the whole LeBron James to the Los Angeles Lakers talks to rest, because it just doesn't make any sense right now, and there's no point in talking about it. Down goes Kristaps Porzingis once again. He only played 18 minutes last night before leaving the game, and after the game he said it shouldn't be too serious, but he just wanted to come out as a precaution.
I'm walking around, it's nothing, it shouldn't be anything like that. But as I said, it will be much more clear tomorrow, and but I'm not, I should have some pain, like bad pain right now, but I'm not. I'm standing and I'm doing everything, so it's just them being cautious, and tomorrow when we find out, then I can let you know.
That's smart. If he was to stay in the game and keep playing, even though he could tell something was up, it could have become something much worse. He says he feels fine now, so maybe it was just like a little tweak or something, but I'm sure the Knicks will be doing some tests just to make sure there isn't anything going on. And this one game isn't worth risking what could have been maybe a career-altering injury. The Knicks aren't in contention to seriously win anything this year. They are going to be fighting for a playoff spot, it seems, but making the playoffs as a lower seed isn't worth risking the health of your franchise player. Even without Porzingis though, the Knicks still got it out, the 111-104 win over the Nets. Courtney Lee scored 26 for New York, while Dinwiddie had 26 points, 7 rebounds, and 7 assists for Brooklyn. I see you, mini Draymond Green out here. I see you. Of course, Kevin Durant was the guy for the Warriors last night. 36 points, 11 rebounds, and 7 assists. Yeah, he was the guy once again in the Dubs' 112-97 win over Dallas. But the standout of the game to me, what I noticed most about this game was for sure Jordan Bell. We have been calling him Draymond Green 2.0 ever since the Warriors bought him from the Bulls. Still not gonna get over the fact that the Bulls sold this guy. And last night, he looked just like Draymond Green 2.0, aka the jack of all trade guys for this team. 8 points, 6 rebounds, and 8 assists for Jordan Bell. That right there is what all of us non-Warriors fans are scared of, that one day he will replace Zaza Pachulia in the starting lineup and the Warriors will reach their full potential. And to be honest, I can see that happening as early as next year. If the Pistons lost last night, straight up, I don't know if you guys were going to be getting a video today. Of course, when the Pistons went on that 7-game losing streak, I wasn't happy. What fan would be? But I still had faith that they would snap out of it and start playing good basketball again. However, if they were to lose to the Hawks last night and the losing streak were to extend to 8 games, I might have lost whatever faith I had left. But thankfully, that didn't happen though, as they pulled away in the second quarter and never looked back to get the 105-91 win. Andre Drummond, crazy enough, already has more assists this year than he did all last year. He had 90 assists total last year and already has 111 so far this year. I think by the end of this year, he'll have more assists total than he did in his first 3 or 4 seasons combined of his career. Been a really underrated passer. 12 points, 19 rebounds, and 8 assists for him last night. That wraps up all the action from last night. Though you guys can go vote for the player of the day by clicking this little card right here. Can't believe I finished this video before my battery died, but just remember the only players whose team won are eligible to win player of the day. Yesterday, you guys selected Chris Paul and his 31 points, 11 assists, and 7 rebounds as your player of the day. But thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to leave a like on this video as well as subscribe to the channel for more daily NBA news and highlights. But until tomorrow, keep getting the buckets, Team STC, and I'm out of here. Peace!